team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Lewis. Get it out on the screen. Snags it and he's open. Quick step and go. He's at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Inside, it's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tagged.
Flips it out in the flat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. And the missed connection on third down. And the Buffaloes will go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Lewis. Lost one deep down the right side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Working the middle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Volunteers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Tempo and overdrive. Second down, he'll throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Pucks it out of the air. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Vols lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. Could be an alley. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown ball!
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the point after is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Lewis to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Lewis to throw. This time it's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Buffs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Bishop. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's got it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Zips it out to his man. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. The run inside. It's Bishop. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Floats it out in space. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. Lewis from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gets the back moving. Lewis. Snagged out of the air. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Lewis wants to pass. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Throwing. Lewis. Complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Lewis to throw. Looking down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Gonna look downfield again. This time he's got it. Breaks a tackle and he might go. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's Lewis again. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Lewis. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes a catch. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with Louisville taking on the number 15 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Cardinals, hoping that the clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 8-1 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
He's got the back in the middle. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
when you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Vols are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Running inside. It's Bishop. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
Ready. Hey, 1852, square. Ready, go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Comes out to go on the attack. Throwing. Lewis fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Here's Lewis to throw. It's complete. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Looking to the big tight end. Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Sends it back in motion. Lewis takes the easy one to the back. Stumbled to the ground.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. On the gun on third down, Lewis. And he makes the grab but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. To the air on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
Throwing, Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This offense has it with really good field position. The run inside. It's Young. Shakes off the defender. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying the run, it's Young. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Here's Lewis to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Lewis wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Complete out of the backfield. Looking for room, and he's not going to get there. The defense comes up with a huge stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you just try to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Unloads quickly. Gets away from one. He's got space. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Bucks! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point is good. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Complete in the middle. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.